this evening. Number 3, here he is from his dressing room, and his name is Mr. Bean. Come in, Mr. Bean.
Rowan Atkinson funniest moments aren't always the loudest. One performance became so uncomfortable that the audience stayed trapped in silence for 7 straight minutes.
Goes up there, and holding just a piece of paper, he made everyone laugh for 7 minutes without saying a word. Right. And he said that was you. You went up there and said nothing and absolutely killed the room. Do you remember what you did?
Yes, I certainly remember the night. It was a one-off. It was a one-night review, and I was asked if I wanted to do something, and I couldn't think of anything. I just stood in front of a mirror, to be honest, and I just started pulling faces. And I just sort of, was doing this... And then there was this idea of having a card. Have you got anything that I could... Came out just going to... Anyway, it was something like that.
Give Rowan a normal chair, a live television audience, and absolutely no reason to behave, and somehow this happens.
How did your flight go?
Oh, it was fine, thank you.
Good.
Very nice aeroplane.
It was. What brings you to Copenhagen?
Well... got a bit of a squeaky chair.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
Well, okay.
Mind if we swap? Oh dear, I seem to be stuck. No, just joking. All right, I'll sit here.
Oh.
You've got some very squeaky chairs in here.
Well, I'll... yes. Is that all right?
Well, it's a bit pathetic, actually, but I suppose it'll have to do. Actually, it's quite nice that it's over.
And somehow, the same man who can barely speak as Mr. Bean once walked onto a royal stage dressed as Satan.
I am the devil. Good evening. But you can call me Toby, if you like. We try to keep things informal here, as well as infernal. That's just my little joke. You're all here for eternity, which I hardly need tell you is a heck of a long time. But for now, I'm going to have to divide you up into groups, if that's okay. Can you hear me at the rack? Well, if you'd stop screaming, that would help. Now, murderers. Over here, please. Thank you very much indeed. Looters and pillagers, over here, please. Thieves, if you could join us. And lawyers, you're in that. Yes, there's plenty of room. If the hedge fund managers would just move along a tiny...
Then Rowan Atkinson discovered the strangest problem with being famous. Sometimes people recognize the face, but still don't believe the person standing in front of them.
Let's get recognized all over the place in England, because your show is number one.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes when people meet you, they behave very strangely, they're desperately trying to behave in a perfectly normal fashion, but they're so distracted by the fact that they recognize you. And, bank tellers, last year I went into a bank to cash a check, and I handed over the check, and she said thank you, and she said, "Oh, Mr. Atkinson, I'm such an admirer of your work. Could you sign this piece of paper for my daughter?" So I signed the piece of paper and I handed it back, and she took it back, she put it one side, and she looked at my check and she said, "Now, do you have any means of identification?" And you think, well...
Date of Obviously, taking out a girl for the first time is a very complex issue. The first crucial step is having arranged to pick up your date and not to look like a complete idiot when she opens the door.
And this fan encounter proves just how differently people react when they suddenly realize they're standing next to Mr. Bean.
The thing I find most tricky is when people don't recognize you particularly, but half recognize you. You know, it's that strange thing where they go... and of course that means they stare. They stare a lot. And they just look. You're sort of feeling, I wish that person wouldn't stare at me. So, you know, I'd rather just, you know, hold up a flag saying, yes. Yes, it's me. And he came up to me after a while and he said, excuse me, has anyone ever told you that you're the absolute spitting image of that Mr. Bean? And I said, well, actually, I am the actor who plays Mr. Bean. And he said, hi. I bet you wish you were. And there followed this bizarre conversation in which the more I tried to claim that I was the person whom he thought I merely resembled, the less he believed me. But what was funny was how close he thought I was to you know, he said the resemblance is uncanny. Have you ever thought of doing any, you know, look-alike work, like, you know, Stag Nights and Hen Nights? You know, you can go along as Mr. Bean. And I said, no, he said, because you can make an absolute fortune. And I could tell after a while I had to bring the conversation to a close because clearly not only was he not believing me, but he was getting quite annoyed you know, that I was pursuing this line of I am Rowan Atkinson and clearly he thought I was this total arse. Just because I happen to look a bit like Mr. Bean, goes around the country actually claiming to be Mr. Bean. You know, what a...
Every clip after this point escalates, including the story I teased earlier. Hit subscribe and drop your location in the comments before we keep going. I read every single one.
I did a credit card commercial in New York a few years ago, and it was a story in which I had to play a bungling British secret agent. And there's this beautiful woman gets out of a limo in the middle of New York, and he sees her. And this scene was when I had to look at her as if I'd just fallen in love with her. Right. And the director said, just imagine that you've just seen your wife for the first time. And my wife happened to be on set at the time. And she said, no, that won't work. Tell him to look at her as if she's his new Aston Martin.
Oh, well, that's...
And then it'll work.
Oh, that'll work.
And she was right. In fact, it inspired me no end. I looked at her like no woman has ever been looked at.
Really? Can you give us that look? I'm curious.
Yeah. Can I do it?
Look at the women melting. Look at that. It's just... Oh.
Rowan Atkinson once discovered that even his own diary could become part of the joke.
I found this one. I believe it's your diary, right?
That's my diary.
Yeah, it is. And you know what? It says here on page 1, if I have been silly enough to mislay this diary, please return it to Mr. Bean. And P.S., a £5 reward would certainly not be out of the question. You owe me £5 if you want it. No.
And even Rowan Atkinson has a breaking point. One line from his co-star was enough to completely destroy him.
Get the whole thing. I'm going back home with Migsy.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, show me the glen where the kipper roams free and together. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Got too funny.
Sorry.
No, I'm not interested. I'd rather go to bed with the Loch Lomond monster. And besides, I have to be back in the office on Friday. I promise. Will you stop laughing, please? I'm sorry. No, it's my fault. Come on. Sorry.
Then Conan O'Brien tried to interview Mr. Bean and quickly realized that getting an actual answer was going to be impossible.
Mr. Bean.
What do you want?
Oh, Mr. Bean, we invited you on the show. We paid for 6 limousines. I thought we might have a chat. It's a talk show. I thought we might chat about stuff.
All right. Keep your hair on.
All right, then. Mr. Bean, good to have you here. Tell us,
But Rowan could turn even the smallest nervous habit into an entire comedy routine.
Good evening, Mr. Corman.
Good evening.
Tell me, what first interested you in the bee world, Mr. Corman?
Well, even as a child, I used to... Shh. I'm sorry, shouldn't I have said that?
No, of course you should. Pay no attention, please. When I say shh, it's just a nervous mannerism I picked up. If I want you to keep quiet, I will say shush. You were saying?
And so I have grown to love the little creatures. I mean, nature really has produced a little masterpiece in the life... Quack!
I'm so sorry. I'm afraid that's a reflex action, too. I squawk whenever someone mentions the word life. Quack! You see, even when I mention it myself. I should have told you.
Well, the bees, as you know, are divided into different categories.
Shh!
The queen bee and the worker bee, whose lifespan... Quack! Whose living expectancy is only 1 year. The worker bees, on the other hand, have a much longer... Shh. Do you want me to stop?
Yes, you were just about to say life. Quack!
I wasn't.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Please, continue.
Well, as I was saying, the worker bees do have a much longer life.
Quack!
I'm sorry.
I was saying there, Rowan, it is a fact that...
And believe it or not, Mr. Bean almost had a completely different name.
Yeah, no, we were sitting around, I remember, at our producer's house one day and trying to think of a name, and we started with Mr. White. I like the idea of the series being named after the character, and he was obviously a Mr., so Mr. White, but that sounded a bit bland, and then we started to think about, vegetables and
As you do.
As you do, when looking for a comic attitude. So Mr. Broccoli and Mr. Carrot and Mr. Cabbage and Mr. Bean, it's sort of, single syllable and short and sharp and memorable.
Then someone asked Rowan what he knows about women, and his answer somehow becomes more confusing with every sentence.
Spare time with ladies? Do you know about women?
Well, I don't know about women. I've met a few women in my time, and they're all very nice. My mother was a woman, and her mother before her was a woman, but her grandmother, I'm not sure if she was a woman or not, but she was something. I think it was a woman.
But nothing captures Rowan Atkinson's physical comedy better than watching Mr. Bean attempt something as simple as shaving.
Give us a little of Mr. Bean shaving. I don't put you on the spot here.
Yes. Yes, okay, yeah, it's in the movie. This is how Mr. Bean shaves. Okay, ready? One shaving.
I want to cover all bases.
Subscribe to PopChamp for more celebrity moments and comedy clips. And tell me your favorite moment and where you're watching from.